Welcome back to my channel. Today, I just can't get enough of that Cinch bookmaking. So today I decided to make a little backpack book today. And I've made a pen holder on it. And it's self-closing so that when you can write in it, and it will close up. The pen kind of holds it shut. And then the back has the backpack. And so I'm gonna walk you through what I did today with this. So the paper that I used was from Kingston's craft paper. And it's a medium weight paper, and it has good card stock. So I like using it for making cards. And I pre-cut these all so it would be easier, and I'll just show you with the scoring. So to begin with, the main backpack of it, and what's really nice about Kingston's paper too is it has a real fine print, and then it has a larger print. So I really like that too. So the paper that I cut, the main piece that makes the backpack is 10 by 3 1/4. And then what I did was I scored it at, because this will be my top here. So I scored this at, let me think, 1 inch and 3/4, because I already did this one, 1 3/4 inches, and then I went into 2 inches, and then 2 1/4. So that way I could put my glue strip in, and then this would fold, so the top would fold down. Then because my scoring ends right here at 6 1/4, I had to flip it around. But if you have a bigger scoreboard, you can score yours at 6 1/2, and then you'll be scoring it at 6 3/4. But since I'm flipping mine around with my scoreboard, I'll be scoring it at 3 1/4, and then 3 1/2. And that's basically all the scoring that you need to do. So this I put on the back to hide my straps. This is 3 1/4 by 4 inches. And then the decorative pieces, I'll show you here. The decorative pieces here and here. The top one is 3 inches by 1 3/4 inches. This one is 2 1/4 by 1 1/4 inches. Okay. So then what I did was, let me set this off to the side. What I did was excuse my arm, I pre-folded the top for putting and I think I did this one a little bit too. So I used my the glue binder, and I lined it up to here, and not all the way to the end. I'm staying at 1/8 in, and I made sure that I kept this in not the first thing, the second, because I want to give that book plenty of to movement and everything. So I laid this in here and put this over here. Oops. Made sure it was laying in there like that. And then I'll pre-fold this later. So then I got my papers, And I have a bunch of these cut out anymore. Need more. I'm not even, the papers are cut at, before I forget, papers are cut at 3 inches by 4 inches, 3 by 4. So they'll fit in there. And what I do is I just keep holding it to see till it feels like it's like a couple more. And I can tell if I have too much. I have a couple too many. And I can tell by, if you look, you can see I have plenty in there now. So, like I said, I like to fan these out. That way I know the glue's catching it. I don't know how everybody else is doing it, but this is just the way I'm doing it. And my pages are staying in pretty good. So I'm going to fold that down, centering it. Better center it. I can tell if I'm centering it or not, because I have a little bit of a margin on both sides of this. And going that way. Okay. And like you said, you can see your score line right here. That will be covered up once you put that on, but it will help that the book isn't stiff. You'll see once I get finished with this. Okay, then I'm going to get the machine and turn it on. And I'm going to use my clips again. I'm going to go all the way up here though. Let me, before I do that, let me tamp it down again one more time. And then I'm going to clip it together. And these are pretty manageable to hold by themselves and everything. Yeah, I'm having a ball with this maker. And I don't know, with the grandchildren, I started thinking, hey, I think because of Easter coming, but right now I just figured these are kind of cute to, you know, have too. They'll be so sick of me making them tablets. But I thought this is adorable. And these pieces that I have for the decorative pieces, let me put this in once, and then I'll explain to you. I have Tonic. It came, I think I got it last year. I didn't even look. I have to check to see if it's still available. And because they were having clearance, and I'm pretty sure that this was still available on the clearance. But it is Tonic's magazine, and it comes in the box, and it's Adventure Beginning. And you get a book with a bunch of papers and ideas and stamps and stencils and these dies here. So I used for the strap to make it look like a backpack strap. I used this, cut it in half, and then it has little ornaments right here, so to loop your strap through. So I use that, and it just makes it more personalized and more detail on it. Okay, and we're going to put this in here, press it down all the way, turn it on. So the papers that come with the Tonic, I'll have to look to see if Tonic still has this available anyways. I had used it for making, it gives you a great deal of papers, and then punch outs and everything too. But it's two-sided paper, and I like their papers because they have specialty paper, and it is a heavy cardstock also. And maybe I'll make a book out of something like this too. This is kind of cute. I didn't even go through the paper when I pulled this out because I was thinking of the dies to use. But because it's from the UK, their paper is longer than ours. I think it goes 11 inches. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. 11 by 8 1/4. So they're not like a regular, like we have. The other thing is when you're doing those backpacks, if you have a pattern, you have to watch when you flip it up. That's basically why I use something like this one. You can't tell because it looks like a beehive or that chicken wire. The other one I use is scales, and I don't think you'll notice it as much as you do with them. Oh, and these are the stamps. And their stamps are polymer because you can feel the difference. They're like a harder stamp, and I love their stamps too. They stamp beautiful. Take the book out, tamp it down. I'm going to push it down a little bit too. Oh yeah, it melded good. I'm going to let that set for a little bit. I just like this travel set. The main reason that I got it was it has tickets, it has a suitcase, and they build a suitcase with the handles and the corners and everything. And it has a little camera and airplane and everything. And I was doing it to journal with. And I've been using it for more than just journaling. Like I said, I used it with putting with photos on cards, and now I'm making these books with it, and I just think they're adorable. I'm gonna turn that off because I don't know if I have to really do it. So anyways, I got this ribbon from Hobby Lobby. I cut 2 pieces about 7 inches, and then this was in the bundle. It was like a whole mixture of black and white, all kinds of trim. And I just guesstimated that when I cut this. It wasn't that I was really, I was just trying to figure out what my pen would fit, how my pen would fit around it. And the pens I got from Amazon, I'll list them in below that you can see them. But they're individually wrapped. And this is a champagne one. I think they come in silver and champagne and black. I'm not sure. I'll have to look when I go back on. But they're cute for the little journal books and everything. I thought, well, just use the pen. And when I put it on, I just wrap it around and everything. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to plug in my glue gun too, because I need that to have cords everywhere. They're going to come back one day in my craft room and they're going to see me tied up from all my crafts that are plugged in. Okay, I'm going to unplug that. This over here. Put this here. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for that to dry. Okay, so this is the strap, and I'm just gonna weave it up into the little I don't even know what you call that, the thing that holds the strap in. Somebody can help me out here. But anyways, I'm gonna loop this down, and then that one's ready to put on when I get that done. Okay, let me check that. All right. Make sure. Yeah. Everything's real tight. So when you have it, you add that 1/4 inch bend, it holds, especially when you're not using a cover and just right on the paper, it holds it, that it, the glue comes up over, but it holds it in. So that's, I found out when I did that first one, I had to redo it, and so I learned how I was going to do it. So I'm going to take my quarter round and corner rounds and do these to make it look like a backpack. I'm going to take the big one, make sure that I have the small print. I'm going to put this on the top. And quarter round these. And then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to kind of judge where I want it. But first, before I do that, I got to measure where the center is, because it's 3 inches. I know I'm going to 1.5 inches. Okay. So there's a little tab there for when you make the suitcase, but I know it hangs over on the other one. So I'm just going to bend that down around, and I'm going to get my glue the back one first. And these I'm just going to use the diamond press, the fine tip. What helps now is these straps. The plaid on this helps me line this up better. But I'm just going to go run a bead down here. And I'm going to wipe a little bit off because I don't want it oozing out on me. Okay. And I'm going to fall right between that line. Pinch that. And then there you go with that. And now I'm going to quarter round this one too. So, and I'm using the 10mm side of my quarter round. Oh, I didn't put it in all the way. Hang on. There we go. And then when I fold this up and fold it again, and I'm going to tuck it under. And that's the start of that. So this is going to be the bottom piece. So instead of using the 10, I'm going to use the 4 in here, because I want the pocket to look like it's smaller, not so much. And I know this is going to be the top, so I have to run so I can secure the pen holder thing first. And also, I want to run it across the top of this. So now I want to make sure that I'm running the pattern the same way. So I'm looking here to make sure the pattern's running exactly the same way. And I want to run this here for the top. And then the bottom. Okay, make sure I remember where I'm at here. Okay. To be truthful, I'm going to stick this like this so I know that's the top. Put that away. Okay. So while this dried, okay, I'm going to take the glue and I'm going to glue this also onto the top. And there we go. And that will cover over that score line that I had. So this way, when I do this one, I think I got it wrong. Which one is it? I must have cut them both the same size. Okay. It's no big deal. So what I did, it depends what for pen you're going to put on here. But I wrapped my trim around my pen, and I folded it down. And this is why I need to use a hot glue gun, because this was not sticking. Wait, so you turn it the other way. Hang on, I'm working myself backwards here. Okay, let me. So I'm going to go like this, pull this down. I'm so like, what am I doing? I got to go this way. Ay. But I want to make sure that my pen's just a little bit over from where I have it. So I'm going to hold them and pull this sticky tape. It just doesn't hold this trim because it's like plasticky, and that's why I had to glue it. And I need one of my finger dot things. I don't want to burn my finger again. So I'm going to take the glue gun and just make sure I tap it in. See, it's just not sticking with it. Press down on it. Okay, now I'm going to double check to make sure my pen fits in there again. Yep, so that will work. Okay. Now, when I don't want to glue this one yet until I guess I could. Okay, so when I do this, I don't measure. I usually eyeball things, and that's the way I am too. So I'm going to eyeball this up, and I'm going to glue a little bit at a time so that way it doesn't dry on me. Turn it over here. I'm going to pick this end up, and I'm going to glue onto here. And rub it out too. Okay. Make sure my pen fits again. This will keep the top. And there we go. So that one's finished on the front. All right. So now to the back. So this is my top. I'm going to move this over a little bit so I can bring down here. So I'm going to take the loop, and I'm going to have it that the loop is it's hanging towards that way. This one I had to measure though, because I got to figure out where the center is. And this doesn't matter how big the loop is showing or anything, because actually it's not anything. It's just cosmetic to make it look pretty. Okay, hold that down. Whoever invented these, this was genius. Okay, so now, since this is going to be on the inside of like the backpack, you want to face it like this, and I kind of judged it to be like this. So I'm going to dab the glue right here again. And put this right here. Paste it down. Hold it. And then I'm going to take this side, and I'm going to do the same thing. Because do you see how I'm putting it on an angle? That's so that when you go down to the end here and bring it around to this corner, it looks like a real backpack. kind of excited for our new diamond press stuff coming. I didn't order to get the free chamois cloths, but I ordered those new alphabets and that, and I was like, I had my cart filled really a lot, but I was like, oh, okay, so do you see how I'm keeping this wrapped around this way? So, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put it there at that corner. So I just want to make sure that I have them both flat, so I don't have them twisted. The only thing about this glue is it's stringy. Okay, so this one I'm going to bring out, but then I'm going to give in a little bit because I want a little play on the strap. And I'm going to take the glue right here in this spot. And I'm not going to bring this all the way in. I'm going to try to like have it like this, just on the corner. This way you have a little play. Not much, but just enough to have it. And then I'm going to bring this one around the same way to the corner. And same distance. It's getting away from me. Get back there. Okay. All right. All right, now you have your backpack ready to go together. And make sure that I have the top here. And this here. And make sure it lines up. Everything's lining up pretty good. And then what I do is I hold this and then I start gluing because, oops, my fingers, maybe I should just clamp it. So that way and then I can move it again. I just want to make sure that I have everything lined up. It's not all the way to the top. It's not all the way to the bottom. I have a little play and everything. And you still see the loop and everything on it. So I'm going to hold this and I am going to start gluing and stop pulling. Hang on. This is making me, I don't know how I did this before. I think I did like this. And then I just started losing the glue little by little. And I want to make sure that I have it there. And I'm going to press here. And I can feel the glue squishing. And it's squishing down pretty good. And there you go with that. Now I can take these off. I can bring this up and start gluing section at a time so I don't get bumpy. And roll that down, squish it down a little bit, keep rubbing it. Take a little bit more and glue down here. And this makes the back a little more sturdier too. I took notice, like the book is more thicker. Okay. All right. Put the pen in. Like I said, you can open it. It protects the pages and holds it in good. And this one is also, pages are staying in really good. Put that down there. Stick this in here. And we're off to school, girls or boys. Here we go. And that's the backpacks. I want to thank everybody for liking and subscribing. I really appreciate everybody watching and subscribing and giving me likes. It's helping me out a lot. And thanks. I just want to thank so much. And come on back again, and I'll show you more paper ideas that I have that I play. And nothing that I have here, I have no affiliate links with anything. Everything I purchase on my own. And like I said, I love the craft with paper. It's just a thing that I've done since I was a kid. But thank you again, and see ya. Bye-bye.